Hey guys, and welcome to Wag Tech. So in this video, I'm just going to give you some small tips about how can you score 90 plus in computer science for the board exams, right? So it's very simple to score because it's easy than other subjects. It's not that hard, and it's very much simple than physics, chemistry, or maths. So in that you have to practice continuously, but in computer science you have to do the smart work, not the hard work, right? So just give your interest, focus on the things, just read one time. Then there is no need to read it time to time. Okay, so there is no need of hard work, you only need smart work, everyday concepts. So that's very simple, right? Okay, so how can you score? So the basic thing and the key to success, I can say, is the first chapter of the book, right? So you have the first chapter, I think is uh, revision 2. So you have all concepts till 12th of class 11th, right? So you have all the loops, you have all the basics of C++, which you will require for the class 12. So read the chapter completely, every concept and everything you have to read the chapter. So I'll suggest you give 1 month at least for that chapter, right? In starting, just focus on the chapter, right? Okay, then you have the important points like the loops, the header files, and rules of using identifiers. I'll make some videos on this so that you can focus on that, right? Okay, so the another important point is array and structures, right? So I didn't want you to study array and structures from class 12th. Just study from the first chapter of class 12th. That is the 11th syllabus, right? Okay, so in class 12, focus on networking, boolean, and SQL, because these are simple chapters and they're scoring ones, right? So you have, I think, 24 marks or 34, I think 34 marks for this three chapters, right? So focus on these things, right? So then focus on other chapters excluding data structures, because these the data structure chapter, which is the block of data structure in the syllabus, is I think about, yeah, I think 14 marks or 24 marks. I don't know. I'll just check it out afterwards. So just focus on other chapters excluding these data structures, because these are hard to understand at first, right? So we just before 3 months of the exam, I'll suggest you to completely understand every concept excluding data structures from class 11th and 12th, and then focus on data structures before 3 months, right? So when the exam is near, they can go for data structures. Don't read networking from the book, because the book has a very lengthy approach. Most of the points don't come in the exam, right? So better use notes or last year question papers are the best for this chapter, right? Okay, so don't worry about the hard part, because data structures, it is all about logical thinking. It just checks your logicality, right? So don't waste your time on that. Give less time to classes in inheritance, because they are the simplest in C++. So don't waste your time on that. Just give about 10 to 15 days for these three chapters, right? Okay, so data handling is all about mugging up the format, right? So we have many students who says that data handling is the hardest part and that we are not able to get that, right? So data handling is just about the syntax and the format. So you have get line, you have get, you have cp, cg. So just you have to mug up the format, right? You have I think one or two questions on this. That's very simple, right? And also, don't waste your time on file handling. Just read the notes and format. If you're not able to get data handling and if you're scared of it, then just read the notes and format, right? That's very simple. Okay, so topics which are important and you can spend time on are K-maps, networking, notes. Notes, don't read the chapter, right? You have SQL, you have classes, you have Boolean algebra. So waste your time on this. Read it completely and understand each concept of this very completely, right? Okay, at last, focus on completely on file handling. So before 3 months, just completely focus on file handling, arrays, and solve the last year CBSE question paper. This is a very important point, right? So every year we see the CBSE has same pattern of exams, whether it is maths, physics, chemistry, but this year the pattern was changed. So but the pattern was same for CS, right? You have pattern change for physics, chemistry, and maths, but the pattern was same for CS. So I'll suggest you to go to completely depend on last year's CBC question papers, right? So just solve about 5 to 10 it's before the exams, right? So don't waste your time before 10 to 3 months. Just solve about 10 to 5 days before the exam, right? Okay, so the most important five last year CBSE papers. This is very neatly to solve, very neatly, exam perfectly. Focus on them, and never get worried about computer science. If you are worried, then you're not going to get, because see, we have started studying computer science from class 11th, right? So yeah, it's not very old, it's very new. So, and we are all surrounded by technology stuff, right? So it's very simple to understand for us, right?